3 minutes until this broadcast from CMC Communications. Mark 2 minutes, 30 seconds until this next broadcast from CMC Communications. This next broadcast from CMC Communications will begin in 2 minutes from Mark. 2 minutes until this next broadcast from CMC Communications. Mark 1 minute, 30 seconds until this next broadcast from CMC Communications. This next broadcast from CMC Communications will begin in 1 minute from Mark. 1 minute until the broadcast begins. This is our final time check. Mark 30 seconds until this next broadcast from CMC Communications begins. Here's to a great game. The following is an exclusive presentation of CMC Communications. This is high school football, presented by CMC Communications, with complete in-depth team coverage of tonight's high school football action, scores, stats, and your game of the week. High school football is brought to you by Moody National Bank, consistently voted best bank in Texas. BMW of Clear Lake. Experience the ultimate in customer service at bmwofclearlake.com. Mackey Mechanical Services, Gold Star rated by the Better Business Bureau. Texas First Bank, you know us and we know you. Houston Partners Real Estate, helping build Pearland and Clear Lake one home at a time. Arlen's Markets, where the vegetables are never on the tired side. DeMontron Gulf Freeway, it's definitely DeMontron. All Out Off-Road, Houston's premier builder of custom off-road vehicles. By Flex Oil Services Incorporated, building a safe future through advanced technology. Bay Area Kitchens, custom remodelers from the blueprint to the welcome mat. And by Crazy Allen Swamp Shack. Laissez le bon temps rouler. The most in-depth team coverage of Southeast Texas high school football starts now. Alongside Coach Ed Biles, here's Charles McCullough.
CMC Communications Broadcasting, in proud association with AM 950 KPRC Houston, is proud to bring you tonight's scheduled venue from NRG Stadium. The Friendswood Mustangs, victorious over the Hightower Hurricanes in the Thursday night affair last week at Hall Stadium in Missouri City, take on the Glenda A. Dawson Eagles from nearby Pearland. Charles McCullough here along with Coach Ed Biles. Coach, this is going to be a backyard brawl.
Doesn't get much better than this, Charles. We're looking at the two teams have played each other 8 times. They've split. Each of them has won 4. Dawson won playoff game last year, same situation. They won the playoff game last year 28-26. Friendswood failed on a 2-point conversion in the final minutes. So local rivalry, good players. Looking forward to this game because just think of this one. The winner of this game will advances to next week's game, or they will play the winner of Katy, who is 11-0, or Cypress Ranch, who is 10-1, who are playing 7 o'clock tonight.
Well, we're going to take a local timeout, come right back. We've got a couple of coaches' interviews with Gerald Sanchez and with Coach Ed Biles right here where you hear CMC Communications High School Football on AM 950 KPRC.
BMW sparked a revolution with the 3 Series. 40 years later, it's still the benchmark to which others are held. Its style and handling guarantee the ultimate in performance. Visit BMW of Clear Lake and experience the ultimate in customer service. Lease the 2015 320i sedan for only $279 a month for 36 months. BMW of Clear Lake has a large selection of new and certified pre-owned BMWs. BMWClearLake.com. 42004 due at signing. 0 security deposit plus TTNL.
We expect a lot from the teams we give our loyalty to. We expect them to play through the pain, leave it on the field, and give 110%, even though that's impossible. Yet when it comes to the banks we give our money to, we expect less than we do of the backup punter. At Frost, we want to change the way you think about banks entirely by never stopping when it comes to giving you our very best. And if you need to armchair quarterback us sometime, go for it. It'll only make us better. See what you can expect at frostbank.com/expect more.
Arlen's Market, where the vegetables are never on the tired side. Owner Ames Arlen always aims to please his customers. Family owned and operated for over 20 years with locations from Seabrook to San Antonio, there's bound to be a location in your hometown. Online at arlensmarket.com. LaPorte Mitsubishi on 146 between Spencer and Fairmont and LaPorte, where Larry Garza's team has the same mission as the teams on the field: trust, integrity, and respect. Come see the 2016 Mitsubishi, America's best running affordable luxury car. Online at smartchoicelaporte.net. Flex Oil Services in Channelview is proud to help secure Houston's and America's future through advanced petrochemical and industrial technology. Proud supporters of high school football, contact Flex Oil Services today. Online at flexofs.com.
Charles McCullough back along with Coach Ed Biles, who mysteriously has dematerialized down on the field. Coach Ed Biles with a few pregame comments with Pearland Dawson head coach Eric Wells.
Coach Eric Wells of the Dawson Eagles. Coach, obviously, huge ball game here this evening.
No doubt. Kind of a familiar opponent, being Friendswood was in our district for so many years, and we split up now. We always find a way to get back together in the playoffs.
Well, tell me one thing, Coach. You're playing a quarterback tonight now who's ran the ball for about 275 times. That's a lot of running for a high school quarterback. Obviously, you must have some game plan for him.
Well, you got to slow him down. I mean, find a way to corral him. He ran all over everybody I've watched him on film against. So you got to just get him stopped before he gets going. But you know, our defense is playing pretty good. We'll find some way to get him slowed down.
Well, I said last week before I did the game for High Tide, I said, well, I think if I was coach, I'd put about 3 guys. I was kidding. Okay, but I'm sure I'd pick one of my better linebackers, make sure that they can tackle. Tell me about your quarterback. He's had a great year.
Yeah, Zach's had a great year. Young, learning the system fast, really understands concepts of what we're trying to do. Great leadership, great leadership. And, he's run and throw. I mean, he's a good dual threat quarterback.
Well, thank you, Coach. We'll be back in a few minutes.
Thanking our sponsors who make our broadcast happen tonight, and proud to salute the Friendswood Mustangs and the Dawson Eagles. It's J.B. Zamora Builders at jbzamorabuilders.com. Phone 281-993-5660. Helping to build a brighter and newer Friendswood and Pearland. It's J.B. Zamora Builders. I thank Dr. David Montz, Doctor of Dental Surgery, located in Pearland, but proud to salute both Friendswood and Pearland Dawson tonight. Phone 281-485-4829. Visit us at pearlandsmiles.com. Also, Michael C. Diaz, attorney at law, the uncle to young Mr. Corbett Diaz, who played for the Friendswood Mustangs state finalist baseball team back in 2007. Michael Diaz, a former prosecutor, is now an outstanding defense attorney. Located in Manville and serving the entire Brazoria-Galveston County area, it's Michael C. Diaz, phone 281-489-5400. Also, Friendswood proud is Griffin Pools and Spas at 2203 Brimberry Street. Phone 713-875-7890. Christian, owned and operated, Griffin Pool and Spa. Charles McCullough here, as thanks to Coach Biles for that great interview with Eric Wells. And now, at the other side of the gridiron is Gerald Sanchez for CMC, talking to Coach Robert Copeman of the Friendswood Mustangs.
It is our pregame show, and it continues. I'm Gerald Sanchez, along with head coach of the Friendswood Mustangs, Robert Koopman. Coach, good to see you.
Nice to be here.
And yeah, really nice, especially after that upset win in the first round against Hightower.
Yeah, they were 10-0, and so for us to come in there and get them, but we tell our kids in the playoffs it's just about playing another day, and so we're excited about the opportunity to be here tonight.
Would you say that the regular season in that district that you play in got you ready for the game last week?
Yeah, our district is very, very competitive, and we don't have a Katy or something like that in our round, but every team is capable of beating you, and so you got to bring it every night. And so, I think it really, and our non-district schedule is real tough. Three of our 4 losses are the teams that are 9-1 or 10-0 right now. So we played some people.
For the listeners listening in and getting familiar with your team for the first time, let's talk about, obviously everything starts with your quarterback. Likes to run, got some good legs, and can give defenses fits.
Yeah, Tyler Page has been phenomenal. He had 380 total yards last week. He's averaged, since district started, he's been averaging about 200 yards a game rushing. So it begins and ends with him for us. Everything we do is built around him and what he can do for us.
And it also helps to have him because it keeps their defense honest.
Yeah, and it does. And he's throwing the ball really well right now, too. And so, he puts pressure on you every play, because every play he's capable of going a long distance. So it puts a lot of pressure on defenses.
Charles McCullough will be doing the play-by-play, of course, Ed Biles with the color. Let's talk about the defense. I'm a big guy on defense, and who will some of the names we'll be hearing from defensively from your squad?
Ty Shelby is a defensive end. He's got a Cal offer. He's a 4.0 kid, but he's been phenomenal for us. So he had a great game the other night, 4 sacks, 3.5 sacks, a couple of knockdown passes. Ty Shelby's the big one. Our linebacker core is really beat up right now, but Nick Vallis has really played well for us, backing up some of those guys. But our defense is a team effort. We get after it pretty good as a team.
What's your scouting report on Dawson?
Fast and well coached, and that's a tough bunch to play.
What are some of the keys to victory?
The same thing, that the reason they beat us last year, about 2 points: turnovers and special teams.
Good luck, Coach.
Thank you.
Robert Koopman, head coach of the Friendswood Mustangs, back with more here on the pregame show.
Charles McCullough along with Coach Ed Biles. It is NRG Stadium, the location for a good portion of the state playoffs, all the way to the state championship, Coach. They had them up till just last year for about 5 years up at formerly Cowboys Stadium and then AT&T Stadium way up in Arlington. Now they're back down here.
Well, Charles, this ball game this evening, can't look ahead to those games. Those are way down the line. A lot of teams got to win some games. But we're looking at 2 of the finest junior, both these great quarterbacks who we're talking about here pregame show are both junior. Tyler Page, the junior quarterback from Friendswood, not big, 5'11", 175. That youngster has ran the ball 275 times this year. That's the average, almost like 25 a game, for 1,876 yards and 20 touchdowns. He has passed the ball 72 times, completing 50% for over 1,000 yards. So you're looking at almost 3,000 yards by that quarterback. On the other hand, Zach Smith, he's more the passing type quarterback. He's also a junior. He's thrown the ball 280 times for 2,008 yards. He's throwing 30 touchdown passes against only 6 interceptions. Runs the ball a little bit, but not quite as much. We're looking at 2 great quarterbacks right now. Can you imagine how good these 2 youngsters are going to be next year, their senior year, with all this fine playoff experience they're having this evening?
Yes, sir. I can only imagine. As NRG Stadium, the home of the Houston Texans. The Dawson Eagles will be dressed in scarlet red uniforms, looking a little bit like Nebraska down there, from shoulder down to knee. White helmets. And the Friendswood Fighting Mustangs will be dressed in solid white uniforms, helmet down to ankle, and with that Friendswood blue distinctive logo and number and trim. Got a good one coming up here, and especially at halftime, we've got some great guests coming your way. Pastor Giggy of New Life Lutheran Church and the Friendswood Mustang cheerleaders will join us in the
Woo, boy.
in the press box again.
84-year-old, I like that, Charles.
They gave us a cheer last week and helped us out a lot. And I'll tell you what, the officials tonight are now known, and Coach Biles, you've got them.
Well, we got the TASO football Houston chapter. The referee will be Kevin Upham. The umpire will be Earl Bennett. The line judge will be Omar Salago. The head linesman, Tony Jackson. The back judge is Justin Irvin. The side judge is Chris Rogers. And the field judge is Travis Watson. Full range of officials, 2, 4, 6, 7 officials tonight. We're in the playoffs, Charles.
Yes, sir, and they get the best of the lot.
Well,
and we've got Bo Miller from the Texas Association of Sports Officials, who's part of our crew tonight. He'll be joining us at halftime, too, and he's here as part of the overall TASO establishment.
Well, Pearland Dawson has lost 3 games this year. They lost their opening ball game, Richmond George Ranch. I think Richmond's undefeated. Then they beat Magnolia West 47-23. They beat Alvin 45-13. They beat Pasadena Rayburn 63-14. They beat Pasadena Memorial 68-7. They played Pearland and a close ball game. Pearland now undefeated, 28-27 football game. Very, very good ball game. They lost to Manville the following week, 49-30. Then proceeded to beat Dobie 56-35. They beat Pasadena 70-14. Pasadena beat Dawson beat Pasadena South 56-7. And last week, Division 2A, they beat LaPorte 37-10. Now, Friendswood, they got here a little bit the harder way. They're 7-4, tough district. They lost to George Ranch, who again is undefeated. Beat Friendswood 29-7. Kingwood, another good team, beat Friendswood 35-34. They then beat League City Falls 39-7. They beat Clute Bresleswood 34-20. They beat League City Clear Springs 42-35. They lost Clear Creek, which is undefeated, 45-42. They lost Dickinson, beat them 27. All good football teams, their losses. They then proceeded to beat Clear Lake 47-6. Clearbrook 53-30, and last week's opening ball game, a huge upset. They beat Fort Bend Hightower 27 at Hightower Stadium. So we got 2 teams that played tough schedule, good competition. This ought to be a pretty good football team this evening.
Aye, Garon Fiddly D to you. And ironically, Friendswood and Dawson haven't played each other terribly often, although they are, again, backyard rivals. And this will really be a neighborhood squabble as we've got the ROTC heading out to the middle of the field in the Houston Texans icon here at NRG Stadium. And right after we take this timeout, we'll be ready for kickoff. Charles McCullier along with Coach Ed Biles and Gerald Sanchez. And this is where you hear CMC High School football on AM 950 KPRC.
Crazy Allen Swap Shack, located at the Kima Boardwalk at the foot of the Seabrook Bridge. Crazy Allen serves the finest in Louisiana cuisine, and if it isn't grown or raised in South Louisiana, we don't have it. At Crazy Allen Swap Shack, it's always time to laissez le bon temps rouler. Online at theswapshack.com. C-Bar Contractors, Texas' most prolific contractors and constructors of commercial buildings and shopping malls. Call Chili Beans Childers in Cassie today at 409-925-5757 or on the web at cbarcontractors.com. The Cake Lady Bakery, located on South Friendswood Drive in Friendswood, with a 40-year tradition of baked goods, excellence in wedding cakes, cookies, pastries, and holiday catering. 5-star rated on weddingwire.com. Call Rose the Cake Lady at 281-482-3072 or online at cakeladybakery.com. Ron Carter Clear Lake, where the snowman Kyle Snow offers Houston's lowest APR on America's luxury car, Cadillac, as well as America's finest import Hyundai. Ron Carter Clear Lake on the Gulf Freeway South, just past the 2351 exit. Online 24/7 at roncarterclearlake.com.
Charles McCullough back with you along with Coach Ed Biles and Gerald Sanchez. I'm going to tell you something. Coach, your impression in talking to Coach Wells, he seemed a little bit relaxed, a little confident. What can you tell about a coach?
Well, Charles, I really think that both these coaches know each other. They know both these teams. We're talking about teams that have met about 8 times. It's very close, probably scouted all these teams several times. All the films they want. They know each other. They know right now they've done all they can to prepare their team for this football game. And I think, as the coach said down there a little bit earlier, it'll probably come down to which team commits the fewest turnover. The further you get in these district plays, the more pressure is on the players to play well and do well. And we're looking at the round of 8 now, and after this week's ball game, we're going to be down to the round of 4. And you talk about a district that these teams in, it's just almost incredible. The teams in this district, listen to these teams. You got Manville, who's 9-2. You got Clear Creek, 11-0. You got Strake Jesuit. Now, Strake Jesuit, now we don't have the Catholic schools we have right in the same district as these others. Cypress France, 10-0. Katy, 11-0. Cypress Creek, 7-4. This is a great district. Region 20, Region 2nd Division here in 24. The 6A is just incredible number of good football teams. They got a big coin flip going down on the center of the field there now, Charles. And coaches, let's see if we can. I was going to see that far. Sitting in this stadium, Charles, I'm getting close to maybe not, but the ability to look down here. I feel like I'm up so high. I'm in heaven looking down on these players. This is a huge, way up in the sky here. All right, the coin toss down on the middle of the field. Let's see what happens with the toss. All right, the Eagles won the toss. Instead of deferring, they elected to take the football, showing the confidence they have in their offense. So the Dawson Eagles won the toss. Instead of deferring, as most teams do, they will take the football, and we will see Zach Smith, the quarterback, very shortly here, as both teams now going back to the sidelines. Coaches with their kickoff and the kickoff return team. Last minute instructions. Tell them, coaches on the receiving team, we either got a middle return, a left return, or a right return. Coaches of the special teams on the other team, he's reminding his team that stay in your lanes, avoid your blockers to the play. Don't let them get a big play on the kickoff situation. We're getting ready now for the kickoff. The team in white, the Friendswood Blue Devils, will be kicking from right to left on your radio dial.
Friendswood Mustangs, they are looking a little bit like Blue Devils tonight, Coach. Solid white uniforms, ball teed between the railroad ties, 40-yard line, right side of your radio dial. And they're set to boot it right to left. Dawson with 2 capable youngsters back deep. Let me tell you, Dawson's got speed to burn and power too. Scarlet red uniforms tonight on the left side, high, end over end. And it's going to go out of bounds near the 20-yard line, Coach.
I believe it's a short kick, Charles, and he signaled for fair catch. We're up here pretty high. The ball will be Dawson Eagles on the 28-yard line, a high short kick, and instead of taking a chance on fumbling it, Dawson youngsters signal for fair catch, and Dawson in their red uniforms, white helmets.
Okay, Zach Smith and the Dawson Eagles. Ball will be spotted first down and 10. Just north of the top post. Twins out far side, one to the near side. It's going to be a tailback dive. Now scooting to the outside. Good defensive pursuit, but he slips a tackle. Gets out 35 to the 40-yard line. Out of bounds near the 45, almost to the 50. And the Dawson Eagles.
Savion Johnson. He's carried the ball 182 times this year. He's averaging 8 yards a carry. He made more than 8. He made a first down. Missed tackle on the line of scrimmage allowed him to pick up that big yardage.
Yes, sir. Left Twins out to the far side. Now they move back to the near side. Twins to the near side indeed. Zach Smith with Xavion Smith set right behind him. Shotgun snack looking. He eludes one tackler, slip screen. It's going to be caught, but defensive pursuit for Friendswood is good right there on the stop. And number 12 on the reception for the Dawson Eagles.
Bradley Mouton, he stepped out of bounds. He lost about 3 yards on that play, Charles.
All right. Quicker than you can say. KPRC Houston sidling back up with a hurry-up offense. Twins out far side, one to the near side. Zach in the backfield. Pistol formation. Handoff tailback. He's got a seam. He stitches it up. Gets all the way to the 45 of Friendswood. And a first down and 10.
No, it depends on the spot. I don't think he made it first down, Charlie. I think he's about a yard short of the first down. He had to get to the 45-yard line. I think the official marked it on the 44. It's going to be third down and 1.
Now, one of the interesting things happening tonight, Coach, is Michael C. Ruiz, an attorney in Manville, one of our sponsors tonight, and he's working the chains this evening.
All right.
Twins to the near side, one far side, handoff. That's going to be Savion. He's going to get all the way to the Pearland 35-yard line. That will be a first down into 10.
Oh, boy, that Dawson offensive line doing a great job right now, opening up holes in the middle. They have got some good, big offensive linemen down there.
All right, Dawson, first down and 10. Right now, having their way with the Friendswood Mustang defense. That's something Hightower couldn't claim last week at this point in the game even.
Stopped them that time.
But this time the Friendswood Mustangs were all over. Savion, red beans on rice, number 32, getting off the bottom of that pile for the Friendswood Stangs. And then, of course, is going to be Mr. Zach Follis.
Well, the Mustangs have seen that formation before because they had three running backs to the left side of the formation, and they came back to this side leading the play, but Friendswood did a great job stopping it for no gain.
10:30 to go in the first quarter of play. Shotgun snap, square out pattern, caught at the 30, still on his feet, out of bounds at about the 26-yard line. Not quite enough for a first down and 10.
Yeah, it's going to be third down and short again, but so far, Dawson's been moving the ball on this drive.
And that's number 12 on the reception. That's Mr. Braylon Mouton, less than a bon ton roulette. Twins to the near side, one went out to the far side. And Dawson in between two split backs, the quarterback. Shotgun snap. And he's going to hand off to Johnson, but no dice. Friendswood all over him. Red beans on rice. 31 with the tackle. Shot the gap and really filled the hole.
He didn't make it.
DeAndre Holmes will fork. And we know who his dad is. Left Twins out to the near side. Well, they're getting set up now. 10 minutes to go in the first quarter play. No score, but Dawson running into some tougher sledding against this Friendswood Mustang D.
Fourth down. Huge fourth down play early in the game, Charles.
Yes, sir.
9:47 on the clock.
All right. Unbalanced line. One wide to the near side. Nobody out far. Tailback's got the nod, Coach. He just might have gotten it, and he did. First down for Dawson. Tell you what, very talented back number 3, Savion Johnson, pile drives his way for a squeaker.
Yeah, down about the 25-yard line, ball nose resting right on the 25-yard line.
All right.
Look at this formation, Charles. Look at those three backs.
Unbalanced line, shotgun snap, pump fake, airs it out on the fly in the near pylon, and it is incomplete. Incomplete. That was Braylon Mouton. That youngster has really been a passing machine for Dawson.
Great job by the defensive backs of Friendswood, Charles. There were 3 of them almost all over that play. Nick DeHoyos, he's a senior, 5'11", 170 pounds. Good defensive back.
All right, Dawson. Shotgun snap, handoff, Savion. He's going to be over easy quickly, but he does pick up a hard-fought 3 or 4. Hats off to 51 for the Friendswood Mustangs, doing a great job on the stop. That is going to be Matthew Alexander.
He's a sophomore, 260-pound sophomore defensive lineman. How about that? Sophomore, 260 pounds.
3 bills, and I'm talking about Franklin's, not Washington's, when he gets to be a senior.
Third down and 7.
Twins to the near side, trips out to the far side. Spread out the line a little bit, give it a little balance.
5 receivers, look at that.
Zach Smith all alone in the backfield. Motion man going back to the far side. And he's going to get a little bit of reverse to number 81, swings far side. He's going to maybe get to the 20. And the Dawson Eagles that time, Coach, with an ambitious effort as...
Fourth down. 4th and 5.
Number 81 for Dawson on the little swing around that time, little counter pattern. That's Mr. Caleb White.
Here comes number 3 in there for Dawson. Back in, Johnson, running back.
Johnson. Yes,
Need
sir.
4.
Twins to the near side. Twins out far side. Zach Smith quickly up under center, then back out to the shotgun. Savion Johnson blocking back set to his right. We have a timeout. It looks like it's been called, or maybe officials are taking some time.
Let's see here. Officials were. Apparently the ball might have been moving and rolling a little bit, Charles. Officials.
Okay, a little bit of movement on the offensive line as Chris DeSantiago does a little Texas two-stepping.
Yeah, that'll change the thinking from the Dawson coach's standpoint. Instead of 4th down 3, about 4th down and 9 now.
Ball spotted on the 24-yard line. Friends, we've got 7:50 to go first quarter. We have no score. Dawson trying to get to the Friendswood red zone. Wins far one near Zach Smith. Looking, airs it out near side. It is caught at the 12. Tries to stair-step around, but he'll be do-si-doed out of bounds. But that was a great catch for Braylon Mouton.
And made the first down. Tackle made again by outstanding defensive back, number 12.
Yes, sir. Number 17 for the Friendswood Mustangs, all over him, literally white on rice, and that's Mr. Reed Nickerson, but not before. It's nearly 1st and goal. Ball spotted just outside the 10-yard line. Twins far in near. That's going to be handed off Savion Johnson. Friendswood's D converges and stops him from getting to the line, Coach.
Good job. Making a little bit of adjustment to that unusual formation. The 3 blocking backs or running backs, whatever you want to call them, on one side. Good job by number 11, Friendswood. Cade Ronay, junior defensive back.
Yes, sir. Kyle Ford did a great job in there, too.
2nd and 10.
Trips to the far side, one to the near side. And Dawson with Zach Smith, quarterback. He's going to air it out. It is caught! It's a touchdown. Coach, he just ran that route on the top post.
Blown coverage by one of the defensive backs. Just absolutely blown coverage by a defensive back for Friendswood. He was wide open in the end zone. They had 3 receivers. The middle receiver just went straight down the field. Nobody was anywhere near him. And touchdown, easy touchdown by Drake Rayner. That's his 5th touchdown pass of the year.
Drake Rayner, and they're going to go for the singleton. The snap is down and the kick is up. Almost blocked, but it is through. And it is G-double-O-D good, and gee whiz, it's 7-0 Dawson. We get a chance now to see Friendswood's high-octane offense.
5 minutes off the clock on that drive. It sounds like 5 years. 5 minutes.
Felt like 5 years. Yeah, it took them that long to get into the end zone.
Great drive.
Hey, we want to thank J.L. Carpenter Law. Jennifer Carpenter, if you will. 713-201-6767 at 440 Louisiana Street in downtown Houston. We specialize in family law and mediation. J.L. Carpenter Law, helping put hurting families back together. 713-201-6767. It's Jim and Melody Gerland, the Gerland Team Real Estate in Friendswood. Phone 281-723-4540. Did you know that Jim Gerland's family owned the Gerland's Food Stars back in the day? Now the Gerland family tradition sells real estate and does it better than anybody. Jim and Melody Gerland, 281-723-4540. Kickoff, Coach. Dawson up 7-zip.
Well, Charles, we said pre-game, Smith would be the passer, Page would be the runner. That is Zach Smith's 31st passing touchdown of the year.
Well, coming up from the 5, brought up 10. Out to the 20, 25-yard line. Oh, still on his feet. The ball is coughed up. But it will be Friendswood Mustang football as it was caught all the way at the 3-yard line.
Well, let's see how Friendswood answers with their quarterback, the running quarterback, Tyler Page.
He is all the rage.
Page is the rage. Very good, Charles.
Yes,
Very
sir.
good.
I'll tell you what, that was Mr. Holdeman Bell ringing the bell, bringing it up to the 25-yard line. All right, the Friendswood Mustangs now.
31 touchdowns for a high school quarterback in one season. Wow.
Tyler Page, the bumblebee that cannot fly, but he does. And boy, does he make it look easy. One to the near side, one far side, shotgun snap. And it's going to be Tyler Page, who tries to elude a couple of tackles, picks up maybe 2, but he's going to be hamstrung down by number 97 for the Dawson Eagles, who gets in there with a nice stop. That's going to be Jamison Monroe. The 2nd down and 8, Coach Bynes.
Very good tackle on that play. Both teams look to the sideline, look for the coaches to call their plays. Takes a little bit longer that way, but the coach is calling the offense.
Twins near. Twins to the far side. Tyler Page stepping up the line and stepping back. Oh, this kid has been awesome every time we've seen him this year. Shotgun snap. Inside handoff. Tailback is going to move all the way out. A good 4-yard carry, but still Dawson's defense is just pretty stout right there on the run. Number 21 on the carry. This has been a good kid all year, too, for Friendswood coach Mason Barnes.
Yeah, he's got 5 touchdowns. He's averaging 4.5 per carry. 156 carries this year. Third down, big third down play here now for Friendswood early in the ballgame, trailing 7.
All right, Twins near, Twins out far side, shotgun snap. Page looking with good protection, and it is just overthrown near the 30-yard line. Boy, he can drill and tattoo that pass.
Yeah, I was a little surprised, Charles. As much as he runs, looked like there was an opportunity for him to run, but he threw that ball about 50 yards in the air, just barely overthrown. But the key here, a 3-and-out for Friendswood. Dawson defense doing a great job here.
Yes, sir, they are. Containing Page.
Well, that's exactly right. That's what they did.
That was the Page they took out of their playbook.
Now, they didn't take no time off the clock, so that Friendswood defense is on it from right back on the field. Short kick.
Braylon Mouton, intended receiver. He's going to wave him off.
Woo.
Inside the 50, coach. In Friendswood territory.
Well, the new kicking theory now where they cut the ball straight and they kick it, hoping against the bounce. That one backfired against Friendswood because it hit and came back to them instead of taking the bounce forward. So Dawson now taking off into Friendswood territory here, 46-yard line.
What was the old kicking theory?
Well, you put it. Well, it was a complete different. You see all this rugby type kicking out,
yes,
punting,
sir, indeed.
etc. Just a kind of different world from punting standpoint.
It certainly is, Coach. Twins out far side, one near Zach Smith. Square out, caught. Going to pick up about 2, 3, 4 yards on that far side. That's going to be number 8 for Dawson. That youngster already has a touchdown under his belt, Mr. Drake Rayner.
Well, Charles, I'll tell you what, this new punt, the off-season punting, passing camps that they have just done wonders for quarterbacks in high school.
Yes, sir. All right. Inside handoff. Savion Johnson gets a spin. Maybe picks up 2. And Friendswood been containing him fairly consistently, Coach, but Dawson shows they can open up that pass.
Well, I think it's a huge third down play here. Friendswood have first drive scored. Now they get the ball in great field position here. The Mustang defense needs to make a play here to stop the Eagles from getting this first down.
Twins out to the far side. We'll have one Singleton to the near side. That'll be Braylon Mouton. All right. They've got a lineup of slots right behind the right end.
There's a penalty on the field.
Flag is down.
False start again.
So for the Dawson Eagles, that's going to be Samuel Pruin.
Charles Rayner scored touchdown on here, and as they were lined up then, Friendswood, for whatever reason, did not have anybody out there covering that slot man again. Now they got the youngster out there covering him. A minute ago, he was wide open.
Yes, sir. He just ran that seam and stitched it up on that top post, Coach. There was nobody there, like you mentioned. Shotgun snap. Smith is going to air it out, square out. It's caught. Does a dipsy doodle and spins around. And, Coach, he gets himself a dream shake move around 2 tacklers and a first down and 10.
Well, apparently the Friendswood defensive backs are having a little problem on that side of the field over there. They're putting some receivers over there, and there seems to be a little bit of confusion. Again, that's a first down, a big first down for Dawson.
And that's Rayner on the reception again. Inside handoff. Johnson, Coach, picks up 3, but tough sledding in that interior line, and a good man on the stop for Friendswood. We've seen him do it the last couple of rounds. Mr. Calvin Whitaker, number 44.
Charles, we're down to 4 minutes in the first quarter, and Friendswood only had the ball 3 plays offensively.
Trips to the near side. Zach Smith airs it out, virtually a swing pass, caught. Crosses the line, gets out of bounds at about the 26-yard line, and that'll be number 81 on the completion for the mighty Dawson Eagles, Mr. Caleb White.
Got to bring up about 3rd down and 4. Same formation they used up the top this time. A decent adjustment made by the Mustang defensive backs. 3rd down play here.
Big bunch of the line crossed to the near side, but a one wide out far side. And now it's going to be moving forward, Coach, almost a first down.
Again, we're going to come up with 4th down and 1. And
quarterback keeper for Caleb.
Dawson Eagles are probably going to go for it here, 4th down and 1. Every short yardage situation they have made so far this evening.
Trips near one wide out far side. Smith on the keeper that time. Now back in the shotgun motion on the line. He's going to air it out on the far pylon, and it is caught. If it holds, it's a touchdown for the Dawson Eagles, but we'll have to see.
I believe it's going to be offside against Friendswood, Charles. I think this is definite touchdown. Friendswood was offside, touchdown.
Nico Thomas caught that ball at the pylon at the goal line, Coach, and stair-stepped it in.
Oh, what a great catch. He just went up. That's a wonderful catch by number 17, Thomas. Wow, he went up, took the ball away. Defensive back was outstanding play. But
defensive offsides, they don't need to accept it. It's a touchdown. Snap down, kick is up. It's G-double-O-D, good and gee whiz. The Dawson Eagles, quicker than you can say Bob's your uncle, Betty's your aunt, have gone up on a 14-0 lead.
And Zach Smith with his second touchdown pass to Evie, 32 for the year. 104 yards of offense for Dawson, 5 yards of offense for Friendswood. It has been all Dawson with 3 minutes and 30 seconds to go here in the first quarter.
They're opening up that passing dimension that Tyler Page has contained strictly as a use every now and then. He's got a good arm. He relies strictly on his own running capability or that of Barnes. But Dawson showing they can run it, but boy, they can throw it too. As we thank Pastor Reginald DeBon and the Silver Lake Church, the church that never sleeps, the church beyond a Sunday. Wednesdays and Sunday services at 1855 Cullen Boulevard. It's the Silver Lake Church. And it's Ruthie Nixon and all the staff at Central Texas Barbecue. Come on down to Central Texas Barbecue. Oh, the North Carolina chip beef sandwiches there are absolutely outstanding. High end over in boot, taken at the 3. Brought up 5 to the 10. Bounce outside 15 to the 20. Down at the 21-yard line. And for the Friendswood Fighting Mustangs, that'll be number 85 on the bring me up that time. And that's a good kid, Mr. Tyrick Ramirez. But first and 10 at the 21.
Well, Charles, the Friendswood Mustang really important here for their offense to get something going on this drive. They're down 14. They had the ball one time and went 3 and out. 3 minutes to go here in the first quarter. This is a huge drive early in this football game for the Mustangs.
And it's been too early thus far to really see just what Tyler can do in this game. He may pull some rabbits out of his hat yet. Page, he's going to hold on to the ball, sling it out. It's going to be caught. And a first down for Friendswood out near the 40-yard line, and a great catch for number 29 way out there. And we've seen that kid, Mr. Dylan Frisky, getting kind of frisky, giving Friendswood a big advance.
He's caught 22 this year, 7 touchdowns. That's what the Friendswood need. They need to counteract here with a score.
All right, first and 10. Now that looked pretty good for Friendswood fans. Twins to the near side, one wide out far side. Friendswood all white uniforms, all red uniforms for Dawson. It's going to be Page. He's going to run the ball this time, but he's going to be go down. Great tackle. Getting in there, number 10 for the Dawson Eagles, Mr. Patrick Howell.
That's a good junior defensive linebacker. That's a junior outside linebacker. He just sat there and waited for Page. That's what you got to have. You got to have patience against a good quarterback who run. Don't go for him. Make him come to you. That's exactly what Page did on that play.
Boy, I'll tell you what, Coach. Make him come to you.
That's the key. You go after him, he's going to make you miss. Let him come into you.
Now that's Coach Ed Biles. Twins near one wide out far side. It's going to be Page. And the shotgun. He's going to carry it himself. He's going to try to get outside. He might pick up 2, but basically he's going to be run out of the field by number 35 for Dawson, who are keying on him, Mr. Yobanko Burnett.
He's senior, won the captain's football. And again, right now, the Dawson Eagles are containing Page. They're making sure that their outside people don't let him get out. They keep that outside shoulder and arm free, make him stay inside him. That's exactly what they've done so far in those 2 plays. So far, they've taken away what Tyler Page likes to do. That's good defensive coaching.
Yes, sir. Twins out to the far side, and Coach Ed Biles, a defensive NFL coach with that kind of experience. You can't coach that. Coach has it. 5-yard drop back. Page may try to run it, but he's
in trouble.
You've got to watch your surroundings.
Boy, Charles, are they in trouble? That second time they've had the football, 1 first down, and now another quick 3 and out punting situation. And
he's going to get tomahawked from behind that time by Mito San Miguel.
Boy, that's a huge stop for Dawson Eagles. Defense going to give their offense, who have just scored 2 touchdowns, the ball. And right now,
Friendswood.
22-6A looks pretty powerful.
2 possessions and 2 punts. High end over end. Fair catch called for. Oh, no, he did not fair catch. But he'll be down there just the same, held onto the ball. And that's
number 12.
We know who that is. That is Braylon Mouton.
Senior. He's been involved in a lot of plays. Well, this is a repeat, but what a defensive situation this is for the Mustang. They can ill afford to let Dawson score again. You got 1 minute and 43 here in the first quarter.
Left Twins out to the far side, one way to the near side. Zach Smith between split backs. He's going to carry the ball personally, maybe pick up 1 or 2. And Friendswood Mustangs will key in with a nice stop that's going to be number 32, chief among them, Mr. Zach Follis.
You know, Smith has run the ball a fair amount of time. He's carried the ball 109 times and averaging 5. He's also got 10 running touchdowns. Youngster has put together 42 touchdowns. We got an injury timeout down on the field, Charles.
We'll thank our sponsors who make our broadcast happen, and they include Pearland Buffalo Wild Wings. If you're listening to this commercial announcement, remember you can go to Buffalo Wild Wings after this game. Let them know that you heard this ad on KPRC, and they'll give you a free, I said free, yes indeed, free plate of wings. If it's free, give me 3. That's going to be at Buffalo Wild Wings in Pearland. We'll also take this opportunity to thank our good friends at Pearland Lumber and Ace Hardware. John Lacine, if you know what I mean, that's the man. Ace is the place with a helpful hardware man. It's going to be Pearland Lumber and Ace Hardware. And it's Condition Monitoring Solutions. Jack Stout. Stout in his support of all Pearland schools. Condition Monitoring Solutions.
Well, Dawson takes over, 32-yard line, 1st and 10. Inside handoff, inside. Youngster still running hard. What a great run that was by the running backs. Picked up about 7 yards on that play.
Xavier Johnson, coach, took it almost to a 1st down.
He's putting on quite an exhibition, but, you know, Charles, it's not to be unexpected. Averaging 8 yards a carry. That youngster knows how to get there, and he's a senior running back. Good-looking running back.
Twins out far side, 1 to the near side. Zach Smith between Johnson and another back. He's going to slant out. It's going to be Johnson. Goes one way, then tries the other, but he's going to be dropped way back at the 25-yard line.
Well, now there is a late flag on the play.
Number 35 got in there, Jake Yelbacher for the Friendswood Mustangs.
Well, this is a huge penalty call here. Let's see what the referee signals. He hasn't given any signal so far. He ran to the sideline and is talking to Coach Koopman.
A lot of great playoff football.
I don't understand what he did over there. Let's see what this is all about. This official, it was unusual for an official to go talk to the coach before he could. That's a big break. They did a great job with a penalty against Dawson.
Right at the top of the hour, we'll remind you this is AM 950 KPRC Houston.
Well, Charles, that was a great, much-needed stop by the Mustang. They should get the ball in pretty good field position. The punter will be punting from about his 20-yard line, and there's about 28 seconds. They're going to have to punt before the clock runs out. Might even get a delay of the game penalty if they don't hurry up. 3, 2, 1, they got it off.
Nick DeHoyos and a twin back deep for Friendswood, going all the way to the far side, and it'll go out at about the 30-yard line.
Oh, that's a great punt. He angled it from the left side of the field over there, went out right at about the 30-yard line, as you said. Well, a great stop by the Mustang defense, a much-needed stop by them. So their offense is going to get a chance to get here with 10 seconds remaining. One more play here in the first quarter.
Marek Baginski, by the way, that's that great punter for Dawson. Wears those pink shoes, a carryover from October month.
That's the very first punt of this football game.
For Dawson.
For Dawson.
Yes, sir. 2 possessions, 2 punts for Friendswood. Friendswood going to try to see if they can change that pattern now. Twins out to the far side, 1 to the near side. Tyler Page in the backfield along with Barnes set to his left. Ball spot on the top post. Shotgun snap. That's going to be an inside handoff. Barnes, coach, he's going to be slammed at the line by a red brick wall of red jersey Dawson Eagles, and he'll go nowhere.
Number 97, Desmond. Second time we've been calling his name. Great job with Desmond.
Yes, sir. That youngster is
that's the end of the first quarter.
A tower of power. Telling you what, at the end of the first quarter, it is 14-0. Dawson will take this time out. You're listening to CMC High School football right here on AM 950 KPRC.
Cars by Fitz, located at FM 2351, right next door to Clearbrook High School, where late mint condition pre-owned vehicles await your high school senior. Call them today, 281-992-4880 or carsbyfitz.com. Don't let the building fool you. Killen's is an upscale steakhouse right in the heart of Pearland and the only restaurant in town serving Allen Brothers USDA prime beef. Chef Ronnie Killen graduated from Le Cordon Bleu Culinary University in Paris, and his hand-cut steaks are cooked to perfection on a state-of-the-art infrared broiling system that seals in the natural juices of the steak, creating a melt-in-your-mouth experience. Texas Monthly was right. Killen's is the #1 steakhouse in Texas, 2804 South Main in Pearland. Call for your reservations now, 281-485-0844. Houston Partners Real Estate, helping build new homes in Pearland and businesses in Clear Lake, South Shore to New Heights, with the best residential and commercial contracting and real estate sales. Call Connie Dando at 713-951-9300 or visit them online at hpr-llc.com. Moody National Bank, voted 14 straight years the best bank in Galveston County and in Southeast Texas by readers of the Galveston Daily News. At Moody National Bank, we strive to earn the confidence and trust of our customers by providing superior service with a personal touch and still do business the old-fashioned way with honor and integrity. Moody National Bank has 19 locations in Galveston, Brazoria, and Southeast Harris counties. Online at moodybank.com. Equal housing lender and member FDIC.
Well, first play for the second period is a square out pattern to Nick Swaney, overthrown. Hurry up offense now for Friendswood. A second down and 10. Twins far, twins near side. Tyler Page now moving left to right with the Mustangs. Hold on to the ball, quarterback draw. He's going to try to cut loose, and he's going to scoot around a swirl of tacklers and coach get his first rushing touchdown.
They had the right
or
call,
excuse me, first down.
They had the right call, Charles. They had blitz on when the linebackers blitzed, and Page saw it, took the ball, ran, picked up 10 yards, and a first down.
That was the kind of carry Page is used to making. He's going to have to replicate that a few times tonight, though.
Well, the Friendswood defense did their job that time, and now it's up to the offense to just first quarter, 125 yards of offense for Dawson, 23 for Friendswood.
That's going to have to change here. Tyler Page will have to turn the page and get that offense on track. Twins far, twins near. That's going to be Page once again, but this time he scoots a tackler, coach. How many times have we seen him do that? He's like Harry Houdini, getting out of a bunch of chains. Gets out to the 45-yard line.
Well, he missed. He made one tackle or missed, but he then got tackled by about three. They're doing a good job. Right now, the Dawson Eagles are playing a three-man line with linebackers all over the place. Bounce off. They are really keying on Page, those linebackers. See, there's four linebackers down there. Look how they're lined up. Those linebackers are really keying on Page. Three-man rushing and four linebackers.
Yes, sir. We'll have twins near. One went out for side. Shotgun snap. Page looking. He won't draw it out. He'll air it out. And it's intercepted and dropped at the 50-yard line.
Woo, number 10. Did he have that ball in his hand?
He sure did.
Patrick Howell. Woo! That could have been 6.
I'll tell you what, Patrick Howell would have said, "How do you do?" to the pay station. It was almost a pick 6, but he dropped it.
It sure was. Wow.
Lucky break for Page that time.
Yeah, third down. Again, third down situation.
Yes, sir. Third down for the Friendswood Mustangs. 3rd and 6. And we'll have twins to the near side. One went out to the far side. Charles McCulley with you, along with Coach Edward J. Biles. And motion man going back to the far side. That's De Hoyos. Now he's coming back to the near side. And this time Page is going to scoot a boot. Cut across the near side. Got the first down. Cuts back outside to the 40. 35 to the 32-yard line. Now that's the Tyler Page we've been used to see.
Yeah, nice 23-yard gain. Much needed on a third down situation. That's exactly right what you said. That's what we've been seeing him do in the past. Picks up a first down for Friendswood. They're on about the 32-yard line of the Eagles.
Twins to the near side, one wide out to the far side. Page, hurry up offense, takes the snap inside, handoff. That's going to be Barnes. He's going to get the door slammed on him after a 2-yard carry, however. Number 41 for the Dawson Eagles. All over him, red beans on rice, Mr. Nico San Miguel.
Yeah, good job. Second down and 10.
All right, as second and for the Friendswood Mustangs, 8. Ball spotted on the 30-yard line. And Tyler Page stepping back into that long shotgun. Now we have a motion man coming back to the near side, going back out to the far side. That's De Hoyos. He'll hold on to the ball, though. That's going to be Page. Tries to scoot a boot. He does now. He comes back again. Now cuts a boot. Gets down to the 20. He's going to get a first down and 10 inside to the 18-yard line. That is the kind of Blackstone Jr. Harry Houdini magicianship you just don't see in the average quarterback.
Well, missed tackles, again, once the situation is, again, these 3 defensive linemen, the 4 linebackers, they were in pretty good position, but Page showed his escapability by doing a great job.
Twins near, Twins out far side, and looks like we've got a
timeout taken by Dawson, Charles. Timeout by the Eagles.
Thank our sponsors who make our broadcast happen. And it's the Window Box Florist, Renee Guyton, and all of the staff at the Window Box Florist, 3810 Broadway in Pearland. Thanksgiving next week. Send that perfect Thanksgiving bouquet at the Window, WYNDOW Box Florists.com. The Window Box Florist, proud to salute all of our area youth on a job well done. Phone 281-485-3229. And it's A&A Professional Cleaning, 281-489-8614. And Gringo's Mexican restaurants all over the area. I'm going to tell you something. North of the border, nothing tastes more like south of the border than Gringo's Mexican Kitchens. Right on the border, in fact, of Pearland and Friendswood. They call it the Battle of Gringos.
Down on the border, south of Mexico.
Hey, Coach, you should record an album of hits. You've got a few we're familiar with up here. Don't play any or sing any of those yet, though. All right, Page tries to get outside.
Didn't get there. Good job defensively inside. Defensive nose guard did a good job.
Oh, boy. Yes, sir. The nose guard, the defensive playmaker indeed. And I'm going to tell you something. Desmond Whitman got in there.
Friendswood, 23 yards the first quarter. This drive, they got 50 yards already in this drive, Charles.
Second down and 9. Ball spotted on the 19-yard line. Page, that's going to be going to follow down to the 10. Is that a horse collar? I'm not sure.
They didn't call it, I don't think. A late flag comes in.
That's a horse collar tackle, Coach.
Referee got it.
Oh, my goodness.
He has great vision, Charles. He sees the holes open up, and he doesn't hesitate. He makes a decision. He goes. He picked up 9 on that, but this is going to be additional, probably half the distance to goal line against the Eagles.
Well, you could literally see right through my binoculars. He was horse collared right down, and they had to see that. There were 3 refs right there, but
Charles, it looks like the referee might be picking his flag up. And one of the officials talked him out of it. That's what we thought.
They're moving it.
Yeah, that's what we thought.
Half the distance, so that's going to go down to the 5, Coach.
First and goal. And Friendswood can get right back in his ball game with a touchdown here.
The thing about Tyler Page, Coach, I've said this so much, I'm beginning to wonder, how is it possible? Well, the bumblebee does fly, mechanically not supposed to. If you see Tyler Page in street clothes, you wouldn't think he was the star football player.
5'11", 175-pounder.
He's not a prepossessing looking youngster, a fit looking athletic kid, yes, but my goodness, he's incredible. Inside hand, it's going to be Page, gets down to the 5, scoots in, touchdown, standing up. Coach, that's 2-3 missed tackles. I know we talk about missed tackles a lot. Coach, you mentioned it all the time, but let me tell you something. Sometimes a great runner forces missed tackles.
Yeah, well, Charles, a guy like that, you can't overcommit yourself. So you have to, like I said, let him come to you, miss tackle, and cut back to the inside. He has. Once somebody missed that first tackle, he sees daylight. He goes to the daylight. He took it into the end zone. And wow, was that a drive that the Mustangs needed to get right back in the football game.
Yes, sir. 75-yard drive. The snap down and the kick is up. And that's G-O-O-D good for the Friendswood Fighting Mustangs. Wow, as we thank the Cake Lady Bakery in Friendswood. Phone 281-482-3072. And my good friend, Mr. Grant Gerard. The Cake Lady Bakery taking your orders for desserts for Thanksgiving next week. It's the Bay Area Kitchens, a Palace of Florian and Wood Mode brand custom kitchen cabinetry. From 281-338-2737. BayAreaKitchens.com on the World Wide Web, proudly at your service. And it's Pat Bean Remax Realty. Pat Bean Remax. Proud of all of our youth. For through them and their accomplishments, we all shine. Coach, we expected to see a good football game tonight. And I'll tell you what, Jim Dandy, we sure are.
We got back into it right there. Well, as we said earlier, Charles, the first quarter, it was all Dawson. They had 125 yards and 23 yards of offense. Now here in the second quarter, the Mustangs have come back with a 65-yard drive there. They've got 88 yards of offense, and they trail now by only 7. But you know what? Exactly what we said pregame. Page was going to run the football. That's his 21st running touchdown of the year. Smith has been throwing the ball, been exactly what the game plan should look like.
Yes, sir. It's going to be Darius Smith back deep. He's got the ball, brings it up to the 25-yard line after the kickoff, brought down 28. And the Dawson Eagles will get decent field position to start their next drive. They lead 14-7. But Friendswood showing that they're back in the hunt.
So sure, nice kickoff return here by Smith up to about the 27-yard line. We're going to finally spot it. And 7 first downs for Dawson, 6 for Friendswood.
All in that big 75-yard drive for the Friendswood Mustangs.
8 minutes in the second quarter.
Twins to the near side, one wide out far side, shotgun snap. That's going to be Zach Smith, inside handoff. Loose ball, Coach, I'm afraid. No, Dawson held on to it.
Just stop. Wow. Savion Johnson run the ball again.
Yes, sir. He kind of had to submarine close to the ground there. Got right back to the original line of scrimmage. Hovering over him for the Mustangs was number 40 to keep him from thinking about going anywhere else, Chase Willis. But Twins to the near side, one wide out to the far side. In between two split backs, it's going to be Zach Smith. Ball spotted.
Motion in the ocean, I believe.
Yep.
Friendswood did a good job. They moved a couple of the linebackers in and out, and the Dawson left tackle reacted to it, so it's going to be a 5-yard penalty, I believe.
That will be
against Dawson. And that was caused by good movement by the defensive linebacker. Kind of jumped up like they were going to blitz, and then backed out, and the reaction of the offensive lineman created that.
Travis Bourne on the offensive line did a little Texas two-stepping. Twins near one wide out far side. Zach Smith will launch a catapult, and it's incomplete. But wow, what an athletic effort.
Number 12 against number 12. Number 12, Luton Braylon. Defensive back was Nick DeHoyas. Nick DeHoyas has got 5 interceptions this year. He come close. Great play by 2 good players right there.
Tell you what, Braylon Mouton was a very athletic leap. If you remember Lynn Swan from way back in the 70s.
Oh, yeah.
And the Pittsburgh Steelers, he looked like levitating in the air.
Swan and Stallworth.
Yes, sir. Trips far one.
Third down, Charles.
Shotgun snap, 5-yard drop back. Zach Smith, he's got a hole. He's going to launch it
Wide
out. Far
open.
side on the fly, and it is caught at the 33-yard line.
Charles. Interception?
No, sir. Caught by number 81 for Dawson.
Wow. Look at this play on the review.
And I'm going to tell you what.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, boy. Defensive back in pretty good position. Number 81.
Caleb White.
Caleb White. Wow.
Man, oh, man.
Caleb White. Yeah, he had 33 receptions coming. That was a great catch.
Trips near one wide out far side. That's going to be Savion Johnson. Gets a little step in his skip as he moves far side. Maybe picks up 2.
That's where a great pass for kills you, Charles. You have him 3rd down and 15 situation. Friendswood had just scored, gets up back in the ball game. Then all of a sudden you got a 60-yard play. Dawson in position to go and get some more points.
Really impressed with the way Zach Smith can trip the light fantastic and throw it on the fly down the sidelines, Coach. Invariably finds one of these great kids, Caleb White, for example, open. And they look like they're poised to strike again unless Pearland Strong D can hold the fort here. Twins out far side, one to the near side. Square out, it's going to be caught at the 30-yard line. And Friendswood almost missed a tackle and finally had to converge and bring him down
Took about 4 of them to bring him down.
Yep, that was number 21 on the completion for the Dawson Eagles.
Right back to one of these key, it's like a key third down situation here. Third down at about 3. The ball's on the 28-yard line.
Christian Green, the receiver, and I'll tell you, Friendswood with Cade Rennie all over him wide on Rice, keep it from going too much further. It's going to be third down and 3 now. Inside handoff down to the 15, the 10, the 5.
Oh, wow.
Touchdown. That was second, third, fourth, and fifth effort for Savion Johnson. Coach, he was stopped 4 times and passed all those obstacles.
Wow, 20th touchdown run of the year. And that's a big swing again, Charles. Where Friendswood had him way down here, third down and 14. Long pass. Dawson goes in and scores. Now it's going to be a 2 touchdown difference in the ball game. Wow, that's a big drive. Dawson's got 174 yards of offense on the field so far.
Yes, sir.
Wow.
Well, it's snap down kick is up. That's Brzezinski. And it is good. And we have a new score, but it's 21-7 now. Dawson.
Hey, this Smith is putting on exhibition.
As we'll take this time out, you're listening to CMC High School Football tonight on AM 950 KPRC.
This portion of tonight's game is brought to you by the Post newspaper, Christian owned and operated by publisher David Day, Galveston County's news source and now the official newspaper of League City, and by Dixie Lock and Dixie Security Solutions, Broadway and Park Place at the Gulf Freeway in Houston at the South Loop, where since 1974, banks and petrochemical industries have relied on the most advanced technology of the age in terms of corporate security. And for homeowners, Dixie Lock has the old-fashioned combination safes, all of which are bomb-proof at 713-643-5767. Online at DixieLock.com. Moody National Bank, voted 14 straight years the best bank in Galveston County and in Southeast Texas by readers of the Galveston Daily News. At Moody National Bank, we strive to earn the confidence and trust of our customers by providing superior service with a personal touch and still do business the old-fashioned way with honor and integrity. Moody National Bank has 19 locations in Galveston, Brazoria, and Southeast Harris counties. Online at moodybank.com. Equal housing lender and member FDIC.
Brzezinski with that powerful kick. Sails it out of the yard left side. Tyler Ramirez just let it go, so it'll be first and 10 at the 25 for the Friendswood Mustangs.
Well, Dawson 123 yards, passing offense. Friendswood Mustang 19. 202 yards of offense right now for Dawson here. We've still got 6 minutes to go in the first quarter. Wow.
Okay, Tyler Page is not through this evening. I'm going to tell you, this youngsters can turn the page anytime. Page rolling far side looking. He might carry the ball outside. He's going to air it out, and it is a bullet, but it's incomplete as he tried to roll it on out to Dylan Frisky. 40-yard line, it's incomplete.
Second down and 10. Left-handed thrower. Page is a left-handed quarterback. Don't see many of them.
Yes, sir. Twins out to the far side. Lining up their offense. Coach Bob Kochman with the Friendswood Mustangs down is going into his third complete year. Taking over for the legendary Steve Van Meter. Inside handoff. Barnes is going to pick up maybe 2. And that'll be a nice stop for the
Eagle defense.
Yes, sir. Number 41, Nico San Miguel. We bring that name up a lot.
Come up to another huge third down for Friendswood. They don't need a 3 and out right here, but it's third down and 9. They can ill afford to turn the ball right back over to the Eagles.
All right, we'll have trips to the near side. Twins. One wide out to the far side. Make it trips now near side. Page between 2 split backs. Shotgun snap rolling. Looking. Good protection, airs it out, and it is complete. Out to the 39-yard line. That was a great catch to Frisky, number 29.
Boy, that was a much needed. Again, that was a huge first down for the Mustangs. They got the ball, first down now. Got 5 minutes to go here in the second quarter.
All right, Page. This time he'll hold on to the ball, tries to do a dipsy doodle, but not this time. Dawson will not let him get past the line, and the clutches of number 10, Patrick Howell.
Yeah, number 97, playing great defensive football. That Clifford Desmond doing a great job there playing defensive end over there for him.
Yes, sir. Friendswood with 71 rushing yards so far, 79 for Dawson. They look a little bit even in the rushing department.
Here's Page
That's
again.
going to be Page
Oh,
again.
horse
Another
collar.
horse collar tackle
Yeah,
at the 45-yard line, but that's if they call it. Let's see.
Yeah, that's going to be. They called that one. But,
oh my!
We could have
goodness.
called that one for a fresh buck. That was so obvious.
Hey, Coach, that's
Number 10. You know,
that's Patrick Howell again, Coach. That's the young. That was the same combo the last time. That's 15 yards. Okay, that's Patrick Howell.
Called the face pass. Looks like a horse collar, didn't it?
Oh my goodness!
But it's 15 yards.
Well, in any case, 123 yards of passing for Dawson. 31 passing for Friendswood. 262 total yards of offense for Dawson. 104 yards total offense for Friendswood thus far. 9 first downs for Dawson, 7 for Friendswood. Trips far one near. Page holding on to the ball. And he scoots a boot, still on his feet, Coach. Picks up 2 or 3. That kid can hit a brick wall and get a yard out of it.
Well, he turned a 2-yard loss into about a 3-yard gain. I don't know how he did it, but he did it. Missed tackle, 3 missed tackles. Wow.
Well, he's just an incredible athlete. And the way he anticipates the next hit he's going to receive and avoids it, like a firefly.
It's like a younger version of Johnny Manziel, although I think he's quicker and faster than Manziel.
Playing with reckless abandon. Yes, sir. Trips far one near. Inside handoff. Barnes shoots the gap. Not quite a first down, but close.
Yep, it's going to be, instead of Page getting the ball, he handed it off and surprised Dawson a little bit. 3rd down and about 2. Ball's down on the 31-yard line of the Dawson Eagles.
NRG Stadium.
3:36 going here in the second quarter.
The home of the Houston Texans.
They got a big game Sunday.
Yes, sir.
My former team, the New York Jets.
The New York Jets coming to town.
Yep. They don't have Joe Namath, though.
Twins out far side or Coach Miles. All right. That's
Oh,
going to
boy.
be Page. Look at him avoid the tackles, Coach.
He didn't get the first down, but you're right. He was stopped in the backfield again.
Came awfully close.
Going to be 4th down now, Charles, and
they'll go for it.
maybe. Oh yeah, they got to go for it. They're down by 2 touchdowns. They have to go for it. 4th and 1, 2:51 in the second quarter. A huge play for both teams here.
We will be bringing you a great halftime show. We anticipate the Friendswood Mustang cheerleaders will
They
join
drew them
us at
offside. They got them offsides.
halftime. Takes it down to about the 25-yard line, Coach.
Well, Dawson Eagles were offsides, so whether they want the play or the first down, either way, it's going to be a first down for the Mustangs.
All right.
Give them that-
Friendswood
give
will
them
take all the gifts they can get at this point, as Pastor Brian Gegge of New Life Lutheran Church will be joining us at halftime.
And he gave the Dawson Eagles that hard count. Hut, 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 real loud. Offside. It'll be first down on the 25-yard line. Boy, they're keeping this drive alive by hook or crook.
All right, first down and 10 for the Friendswood Fighting Mustangs. Coach, they could very well use a score right about now before halftime. All right, it's going to be Page.
No,
Crossing pattern, going
handoff.
far side, and he'll pick up maybe 6. That's going to be De Hoyos on the little crossing route. And
He plays offense and defense. He's a good defensive back, Charles. Like I say, he's had 5 interceptions playing defense, running offense here. Timeout taken, I think, by, well, maybe an injury timeout down on the field.
And we'll thank our sponsors, including Gulf Coast Educators Federal Credit Union, GCEFCU.org on the World Wide Web, federally insured by the National Credit Union Administration. I want to thank Curtis Cooper, Real Estate and Construction, phone 713-806-9576, sir. Thank you very much for your help. We also take this opportunity to thank Pastor Tom Allen and Cross Point Fellowship in Pearland. It's Eurecat, E-U-R-E-C-A-T Incorporated, 281-842-6700. Main Street Paint and Body in Pearland, phone 281-485-8542. Wright Transmissions in League City. You never go wrong when you go with Wright Transmissions. Crowder Funeral Home in Pearland. James Crowder Funeral Homes from Lamarck to League City. Clear Lake to Dickinson to Pearland, in business since 1959. A family helping families in their time of need. Storm Guardian, Generac Generators, 281-648-2177. Storm Guardian, proud of the Dawson Eagles inside handoff. No, it's going to be kept going far side. Did he get the first down?
Depends on the spot. I think he stepped out of bounds maybe about a yard short, Charles.
Page is an incredible athlete.
He makes a lot of great plays. Well, you got 3rd down and 1. 2 minutes and 6 seconds. Friendswood trails by 14, but if they can score here, remember, Dawson took the ball at the start of the first quarter, so Friendswood would get the ball at the start of the second half.
Yes, sir. That's going to be 3rd down and 1. Now, there's still a relatively chubby 2 minutes and 6 seconds left to go in this first quarter.
This is 4th down territory. They'd go for it if they don't make it.
Twins far, one near in the shotgun. It will be Page. He'll get the first down. 10-5. He's going in. Touchdown, Friendswood.
Wow. Another 15-yard play by Page. Touchdown brings his football team right back into this game. What a great drive that one was.
And what they needed before the end of the first half, Coach, down only by a score, or at 1 touchdown at least.
George, you don't see this very often, but Page, he was running behind one of the blocking back. He had him by the jersey, followed him for the blocker to make the play. You don't see that very often.
That's the old
youngster has a great feel for the game.
Newt Rockney style of football, I'll tell you. Snap is down and the kick is up, and it is G-O-O-D good.
So he's got 22 yards running, 22 touchdowns running. On the other side, Page has got, Zach Smith has got 32. Wow, what a contrast to 2 quarterbacks we're seeing this evening.
Yes, sir. And we thank our sponsors, who include New Life Lutheran Church on Orange Street in Pearland. Pastor Brian Giggy will join us at halftime with Thanksgiving festival and special activities for the family this Sunday, next Sunday, and the holidays and Christmas coming up. Come join us at New Life Lutheran Church. We thank James Zamora Builders, phone 281-993-5660. James Zamora Builders at jbzamorabuilders.com, helping build Friendswood, one house at a time. And Dr. David Muntz, Doctor of Dental Surgery, phone 281-485-4829. Visit us online at pearlandsmiles.com. Remember, especially during the holidays, the smile is your first best impression you'll ever give anybody. Visit pearlandsmiles.com. All right. It will be a high booming end over end, taken at the 4, brought up 5-10. Bounce outside 15, 20, still on his feet, cut back to the 30, and sets it up at the 31-yard line. And for the Dawson Fighting Eagles, that will be the very talented Tyson Sanders.
Boy, Charles, you talk about 2 quarterbacks. Smith is responsible passing or running for 42 touchdowns this year. Page, same situation, 33 touchdowns. That's 75 touchdowns by these 2 quarterbacks. And they're both juniors, both back next year.
They're both back next year. That's incredible. Twins out far side, one to the near side. It's going to be Zach Smith between 2 split backs. Shotgun snap. He's going to air it out on the far side on the fly. And it is complete. Oh, my goodness.
Oh, I think he was out of bounds. Oh, wow. Oh, boy, the coaching staff. Oh, the Friendswood coach, they're going crazy on the sideline. Caught.
Coach, his feet looked like on the replay that they were very much inside, though.
Wow.
Braylon Mouton with that incredible fly pattern. That's what Zach Smith has been excelling at all night, Coach. Now handoff, Savion Johnson coming around the near side, cross to the 40, tries to cut a rug up to about the 38-yard line.
Well, just when it looks like Friends are going to get back in the game, old Smith goes out and throws that kind of pass. Clock is running, 1:34 in the first half.
Friendswood's defense really needs to keep Dawson out of the pay station before the end of this half, Coach. All right, it's going to be Zach Smith. Pump fake. This kid's got moves, too. Going far side. He can carry the ball. Cuts a rug and almost gets a first down out to the 34-yard line.
Yeah, but the problem with what happened there, Charles, a lot of time, starts running the ball, clock's still running. So we're going to be down to about a minute now here with Dawson's got the ball on about the 35-yard line. That all looks exciting, but it takes lots of time off the clock, that type of play.
Yes, very extremely excellently made point, Coach. All right, inside handoff, Savion Johnson, but the Friendswood Mustangs were right there on the stop.
And the clock is running, it's still running. I would think that Dawson's probably going to take a timeout. Yeah, they're going to take a timeout, Charles, with 47 seconds.
And
Fourth down and 3.
Getting off the bottom of that pile, number 40, Chase Willis for the Friendswood Mustangs. As we thank our sponsors who make our broadcast happen, and they include Michael C. Diaz, attorney at law, 281-489-2400. Mike Diaz is not only an attorney, he's a former prosecutor, and he's working the chains tonight.
Chain gang. That's a prison chain gang, Charles?
I won't know for sure who they draw the population from to get our chain gang personnel.
Charles, what a great football game we're watching. What a contrasting styles. Excellent play on both teams. Lots of passing by one team, lots of running by the other. Dawson, 237 yards of offense here in one half. Friendswood, 142. We're looking at 380 yards of offense. High school football in one half.
And, Coach, both teams dead red to rights, dead even, 10 first downs apiece. That's a good qualifier of how well a team is driving the ball on you. Twins near, one right out far side. It's going to be Dawson. 47 ticks left to go in this first half. Zach Smith, pump fake, airs it out. His little slip screen caught down 25 to the 20-yard line. Dawson knocking on the door again.
Yeah, they are. Missed tackle on that one, where they throw the ball to the outside receiver, 2 blockers, and
Braylon Mouton.
Couple missed tackles. Clock is running now. 38 seconds to go here.
I'll tell you what. We might have something that's
Motion in the ocean against Dawson.
That's the 4th time. I was about to say that's been a bugaboo in their offense tonight, Coach.
We got 32 seconds on the clock, Charles. With the first going to be first down and 15. The ball will be finally spotted on the 26-yard line with 32 seconds on the clock.
By the way, that was Braylon Mouton who had danced a little bit there, getting a little trigger.
Dawson has one timeout left.
All right, he's going to air it on the fly near side. It is caught!
Wow.
Touchdown! Oh, goodness, and that, my friends, is Caleb White on the completion, and it's that dangerous fly pattern to the sideline. Goodness gracious, Zach Smith has been a death sentence tonight with that pass.
Well, the defensive back, Charles, had great coverage, but the mistake he made, he turned and looked back to see where the ball was. When he looked, that was the extra step that he lost to the receiver. Touchdown, a huge touchdown right before half here.
Oh, Friendswood didn't need that. The snap is down. Baczynski drills it through. And, well, Coach.
3 touchdown passes by Smith so far this evening. Gives him 33 touchdown passes for the year. The youngster is putting on an unbelievable exhibition here. He puts it where the receivers can catch it, Charles.
Yes, sir. Griffin Pool and Spa, Christian owned and operated in Pearland. 2203 Brimberry, phone 713-875-7890. J.L. Carpenter, attorney at law, specializing in family mediation. 713-201-6767 at 440 Louisiana Street in downtown Houston. Jennifer Carpenter, thank you, man, for your help. Her daughter, one of the Friendswood cheerleaders, by the way, will have them on at halftime, I expect. So, and that's only just a couple of ticks away on the clock. But the Dawson Eagles, Coach, just when you think Friendswood has got them on the run, they turn around and chase them back.
That's the one thing about having a passing game, Charles. You can really score quickly. 277 yards of offense for the Dawson.
And 191 yards of passing for the Eagles, Coach, as that Eagle wingspan has really been soaring through the air here at NRG tonight. And 31 passing yards, only 31 yards so far for Tyler Page and the Mustangs. That's going to be a little bit of a onside kick. And it's going to be picked up. The Mustangs taking it down inside Dawson territory to about the 46-yard line.
The return by number 32, Zach Follis.
Follis is a real talented kid, Coach.
But you only got 16 seconds here before the half. That's why the short kick. You didn't want to give a chance on a big return. Giving up some field position, but with 16 seconds. That was the thinking by Dawson's coach, Eric Wells. We don't mind giving up a little field play distance here. Don't get a return.
Well, friends,
time for maybe 2 or 3 plays, Charles.
Yes, sir. 28-14 is our score. And the Dawson Eagles lead the Friendswood Mustangs with about 10 seconds left to go in the first half. Tyler Page, draw. He'll come around the near side. Watch him. He's as And they bring him down again, but Coach, they keep
Mustangs
pulling him from behind.
Yeah, they got to use. Mustangs got 3 timeouts. That's their first timeout that they took.
Yes, sir. Thank our sponsors who make our broadcast happen. That's, by the way, Coach Eddie Biles, along with Charles McCullough, Gerald Sanchez, our great engineer, and we'll have Pastor Brian Giggy at halftime, as I thank the Garland team, Jim and Melody Garland. We're located at 18050 Saturn Lane in Clear Lake, but we're proud to salute the Friendswood Mustangs. The GarlandTeam.com has some of the finest real estate properties all over Friendswood, Pearland, and Brazoria County. Phone Melody Garland at 281-723-4540. Now tomorrow, the Pearland Oilers will take on the Dickinson Fighting Gators right here at NRG Stadium, Coach. Because of our flagship stations, 950 and 790, both understandably locked up with outstanding college football. Y'all tune in and hear those. We will have that broadcast. There's a long fly pattern pass incomplete. Goodness gracious.
1 second, 1 play left.
Coach, that was a halfback pass going down to Tyler Page as the receiver at the 5.
Pearland and Dickinson tomorrow at 2 o'clock here.
Coach, that was Barnes taking kind of a wildcat pass and then passing it down to Page at the 5, but it was incomplete.
Well, you need a Hail Mary right now, Charles. It's 3rd down. The time, 1 second left on the clock. The Dawson defensive backs are about 30 yards downfield, and a timeout taken by Dawson with 1 second to go on the clock.
And right before we take the second half pause with our halftime show, I want to remind you the Dickinson Gator Pearland Oiler football game will be a CMC Communications production tomorrow at 2 p.m. at LegacySportsNetwork.com. Just go to LegacySportsNetwork.com, click the Dickinson Pearland game, and you can get that on your applications, iPhones. Our sister stations, the 790 and our flagship station 950. You're listening to us tonight right here where you hear CMC High School football on AM 950 KPRC. But we've got tomorrow afternoon Dickinson versus Pearland playing at 2 o'clock right here in NRG.
I'm just going to sleep for tonight. I might as well stay here and sleep for tonight, Charles. Go home.
LegacySportsNetwork.com. Click the CMC Communications link for the live stream.
Look at that defensive alignment. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 defensive players back on the 20-yard line.
All right, quick rush from Pearland. Great block by Barnes.
That's in the first half.
But that'll end the first half just the same. And Tyler Page again set up kind of in a weird wildcat as he ran out. Barnes tried to throw it to him, but that ends the first half of play. It's been a wild one, 28-14. I'm not prepared to count Friendswood out of this one yet, Coach, but the Dawson Eagles have something that Page has yet to demonstrate complete efficiency. Yeah, that's a wonderful passing game.
Dawson have done a great job in this ball game. Pretty much what we said pre-game, that we had a passing quarterback and a running quarterback. Well, so far the passing quarterback has passed for 191 yards. The running quarterback has rushed for 113. 3 touchdown passes thrown by Smith. Was just right on the numbers. Done a great job. They got 277 yards of offense. Friendswood's only got 144 yards of offense. Here's a high school score chart. Katy 24, Cy Ranch 13 at the halftime. The winner of this ball game, I think, plays that team next. The winner of this one will play Katy. Strake Jesuit. How about this one? Strake Jesuit 31, Cy Creek 7 at the first half. That is a little bit of a surprise, Charles.
And the Clear Creek Wildcats playing Manville tight. Manville leading 28-21 over the Clear Creek Wildcats at halftime.
Clear Creek's undefeated. Remember that? Clear Creek's
Sir.
undefeated. Spring 19. Hendrickson 0 second quarter.
Yes, sir. Tell you what, we're going to have a lot of scores for you as a lot of football being played around the way. The Clear Springs Chargers are underneath the North Shore Mustangs at half. The Mustangs of North Shore leading 34-14 over the Clear Springs Chargers. That game is being played at Veterans District Stadium. It's Cedar Ridge 29 and Atascocita 21 at the end of the first half of play. Foster 28, CE Kings 7 at the end of the first half of play. High school football playoffs. Lamarck's also playing tonight too. It's going to be Bryan 16, Magnolia West 7. They're already in the third quarter of play.
Oh, George Ranch. Look at George Ranch. Wow.
35-14 at half over Nederland.
I think George Ranch is undefeated, I believe, Charles.
Yes, sir. The Angleton Wildcats, who defeated Texas City last week down at Hopper Field, lead Port Neches Groves. That's a big game. 28-3. Angleton really bringing it this year.
That's in 5A. That's all in 5A, some of the scores you're giving now.
Thank you, sir. Denton Geyer, 20. And Dallas South Lake Carroll, 13. Now, that's an interesting score. We've got A&M Consolidated 49-0, a final over Magnolia.
Wow.
Tell you, we're going to have a lot more coming your way as we'll take this local break. You're listening to CMC High School Football tonight right here on AM 950 KPRC Houston.
This is postgame. National Bank voted 14 straight years the best bank in Galveston County and in Southeast Texas by readers of the Galveston Daily News. At Moody National Bank, we strive to earn the confidence and trust of our customers by providing superior service with a personal touch and still do business the old-fashioned way with honor and integrity. Moody National Bank has 19 locations in Galveston, Brazoria, and Southeast Harris counties. Online at moodybank.com. Equal housing lender and member FDIC. C-Bar Contractors, Texas' most prolific contractors and constructors of commercial buildings and shopping malls. Call Chili Beans Childers and Cassie today at 409-925-5757 or on the web at cbarcontractors.com. In 1975, BMW sparked a revolution with the 3 Series. 40 years later, it's still the benchmark to which others are held. Its style and handling guarantee the ultimate in performance. Visit BMW of Clear Lake and experience the ultimate in customer service. Lease the 2015 320i sedan for only $279 a month for 36 months. BMW of Clear Lake has a large selection of new and certified pre-owned BMWs. BMWClearLake.com. 42004 due at signing. 0 security deposit plus TTNL.
We expect a lot from the teams we give our loyalty to. We expect them to play through the pain, leave it on the field, and give 110%, even though that's impossible. Yet when it comes to the banks we give our money to, we expect less than we do of the backup punter. At Frost, we want to change the way you think about banks entirely by never stopping when it comes to giving you our very best. And if you need to armchair quarterback us sometime, go for it. It'll only make us better. See what you can expect at frostbank.com/expect more.
Arlen's Market, where the vegetables are never on the tired side. Owner Ames Arlen always aims to please his customers. Family owned and operated for over 20 years with locations from Seabrook to San Antonio, there's bound to be a location in your hometown. Online at arlensmarket.com. DeMontron Gulf Freeway. Just exit 15 off the Gulf Freeway and enter the universe of DeMontron. From Conroe to Houston and now Texas City. Remember, when it comes to your new car purchase, it's definitely DeMontron. Online for you 24/7 at DeMontron.com. LaPorte Mitsubishi on 146 between Spencer and Fairmont and LaPorte, where Larry Garza's team has the same mission as the teams on the field: trust, integrity, and respect. Come see the 2016 Mitsubishi, America's best running affordable luxury car. Online at smartchoicelaporte.net. Flex Oil Services in Channelview is proud to help secure Houston's and America's future through advanced petrochemical and industrial technology. Proud supporters of high school football, contact Flex Oil Services today. Online at flexofs.com. Crazy Allen Swap Shack, located at the Kima Boardwalk at the foot of the Seabrook Bridge. Crazy Allen serves the finest in Louisiana cuisine, and if it isn't grown or raised in South Louisiana, we don't have it. At Crazy Allen Swap Shack, it's always time to laissez le bon temps rouler. Online at theswampshack.com. The Cake Lady Bakery, located on South Friendswood Drive in Friendswood, with a 40-year tradition of baked goods, excellence in wedding cakes, cookies, pastries, and holiday catering. 5-star rated on weddingwire.com. Call Rose the Cake Lady at 281-482-3072 or online at cakeladybakery.com. Ron Carter Clear Lake, where the snowman Kyle Snow offers Houston's lowest APR on America's luxury car, Cadillac, as well as America's finest import, Hyundai. Ron Carter Clear Lake on the Gulf Freeway South, just past the 2351 exit. Online 24/7 at roncarterclearlake.com. This is the CMC Communications Halftime Report, brought to you by Moody National Bank, consistently voted best bank in Texas, and by BMW of Clear Lake. Experience the ultimate in customer service at bmwofclearlake.com. Now, back to the broadcast booth. Here's Charles McCullough.
Well, interesting football game tonight with Coach Ed Biles, Mike Son, and Charles McCullough, Gerald Sanchez, and we're joined. I always know I'm at the right football game. When I have Pastor, we've got to have a man of the cloth on this broadcast, but we've got Pastor.
Charles, you act like God cares about high school football. I think God invented high school football, but I'm not sure if he cares much.
Well, I'm going to tell you what, Pastor Brian Giggy, let's talk a little bit about, first of all, your perceptions of what we've seen so far.
Hey, this is great. This is great high school football. I said to myself when Friendswood scored with 2:06 left, I think they left Coach Wells just too much time on the clock, and I hate being right, but it was good for the Dawson Eagles to catch that last touchdown before half.
What was your perception of this game coming into it? I expected something almost, these guys would be just right up against each other even, Steven. Instead of, we've got 42 points scored, I expected this to be 21-21, actually.
I thought it'd be a little lower scoring because they both got pretty good defenses, but they both have horses for quarterbacks too, so you got to watch out. Anything can happen on a Friday night in Texas, you know that.
Yes, sir, but everything's happening Wednesdays and Sundays, especially during the holidays, at New Life Lutheran Church. Let's talk a little bit about what folks can expect over there. We've had some great things happen over there already.
Well, they can expect their pastor to come back from sabbatical because I have been out of pocket and out of town.
In other words, we're not supposed to be hearing you tonight.
Actually, I'm on sabbatical, but I'm not dead. I told my bishop that I've been off for 3 months, and I come back to the pulpit to preach and lead worship on Sunday, November 29th. I'm really excited about that. My heart has been leaning back into parish ministry, and it's been a great break away. A smart church gives their pastor some time off to rethink and to retool and to refresh.
One of the things you did actually earlier on was go to Germany.
My wife Margot and I spent 8 days in Germany, a few days in Leipzig, a couple days in Munich.
Where Martin Luther originally founded
Martin Luther. We stood at the place where he nailed the 95 Theses to the Wittenberg church door. Also stood in the room where he translated the Bible into German, into the vernacular, the first person to really do that. And I think that's really one of those historic moments that changes everything about how we are. Prior to that, pulpits had a Bible chained to them, one Bible per town chained to the pulpit and written in Latin. And now the scriptures are in every country, in every language, and people have access to the Word of God. In their own room, not in the church room.
And they get that at the New Life Lutheran Church. Let's talk a little bit. Pastor, how long have you been the lead voice for Christ at the New Life Lutheran Church?
I've been in Pearland since 1997, and I've watched the congregation become 3 different churches, and I've watched the community become 3 different towns. We used to be that sleepy little town on the north end of Brazoria County, and now we're that thriving suburb of Houston.
60,000 people back in 2005, now 136,000.
Well over 136. There's supposed to be 250,000 people moved to the south side of Houston by 2020 between Fairmont Parkway and Pasadena and Highway 288 on the west side of Pearland. That's a lot of people.
That is a lot of people, and a lot of things have been happening at New Life Lutheran Church just this fall. There have been before you went on sabbatical or during the period of time. Ronnie Killen had some great barbecue out there. We had a great concert.
We had a concert. Chris and I had a concert the night before he played at the House of Blues, and that was an awesome thing. It wasn't a very big crowd. Highlight of that event was I got to sing the encore with Chris at the end of the concert. Our men's group put some food together thanks to Ronnie Killen, and we've got some scholarship money for kids to go to Bible camp next summer from our congregation as well as other churches in Texas and Louisiana that we sister and partner with.
Pastor Gagey, let's talk a little bit about the holidays. Thanksgiving's coming up, the Christmas holiday period of time. It's really a special time.
This is a special time for lots of people, but it's also a very hurtful time for people.
Yes,
pastors and rabbis and priests.
I can speak to that personally.
They call this Depression Alley. And
it seems that in December, November, December, folks lose more loved ones.
From Thanksgiving,
I can speak to that.
From Thanksgiving through the first part of January, the people that we miss the most around our Thanksgiving table and underneath the Christmas tree and at our New Year's Eve parties, the ones that were there last year and aren't there this year, there's a deep hole in our hearts about that. In fact, one of the things that we've done at New Life is hold a Blue Christmas service. It's the Sunday night before Christmas Eve, and it's the longest night of the year, and so it ends up being a different kind of service that we honor the folks that we miss, because there's some folks that don't really have a Merry Christmas, and we have to acknowledge that that's very real in more ways than we sometimes even realize.
New Life Lutheran Church really growing. Let's talk about the congregation and where we're located.
Well, I just hope there's some folks that are still there by the time I get back. I do know they're planning a big party. Well, on the 29th.
Friends, of course,
our church council's taking care of all that.
Oh, good. But they're listening. You're listening to Pastor Giggy tonight. He's not supposed to be known. He's supposed to be on sabbatical in Germany somewhere, hiding in a cave in Ohio somewhere. But I'm going to tell you what. He's here, and if they come for you, we've got a booth right over there. We'll lock you in and protect you.
I'm on the 8th floor. I could hide in lots of places up here, but I think the folks at New Life are ready for their pastor to come back as well. So
we're ready for Pastor Brian Giggy to come. NewLifeLutheranChurch.org on the World Wide Web.
NewLifeLutheranChurch.com.
.com on the World Wide Web.
www.newlifelutheran.com. I've got some. I mean, this is a hard game for me sometimes to root for. I live in Pearland, but we have people that come to New Life from all corners of the South Houston area. So we've got members that live in Friendswood, members that live in Manville. I've got high school kids at both Dawson and Pearland, and so sometimes I find myself being an equal opportunity football cheerleader just because it's the right thing to do.
Well, boy, do we have a big one tomorrow. Now it's the same round as last year that they played over at Deer Park, but it's going to be the Dickinson Gators, actually my alma mater, but they're going to be playing the Pearland Oilers.
Have the Pearland Oilers ever played the Dickinson Gators before?
Yes, they played them 1 year ago.
A year
Dickinson
ago.
Advanced from this round and played Cy Ranch at TDECU.
That's right. I wasn't able to attend that game, but in all of my years in Pearland, I can't remember the Oilers ever playing Dickinson.
Yes, sir. They played them last year, and we'll play them tomorrow at 2 p.m. Now, playing at 2 o'clock tomorrow, of course, our family of sister stations, and very beloved to CMC, Sports Talk 790 and AM 950, the home of the world's greatest program director, Ramon Robles. Have a lot of great college football taking place on both stations tomorrow. So we're going to be presenting live coverage of the Pearland Dickinson game with a complete live broadcast starting at about 1:45 tomorrow on LegacySportsNetwork.com at the CMC Communications link. But I'll tell you what, Pastor Giggy, let's look in the New Life Lutheran Church crystal ball and look into the second half of play and give us your impression of what we may see develop. More of the same. I'm not counting Friendswood out. Tyler Page, I don't think he's through turning the last page of his talent registry.
I think there are lots of college coaches keeping their eye on the Friendswood quarterback. That's for sure. I'm just gonna go right out and say Eagles are gonna score at least three more times, and they're gonna hold the Mustangs to two touchdowns in the second half, or maybe a third one at the end of the game.
Right.
Maybe a third one at the end of the game. But I'm gonna be rearing to go and watch the Dawson Eagles play again next week, and I'll be back here at NRG Stadium to watch the Oilers tomorrow. You can bet your boots on that.
We'll have you on tomorrow afternoon. But I'm going to tell you, I think that one thing Page has is a pretty good passing arm that he hasn't really demonstrated yet. I'm thinking Friendswood can really pull out some rabbits out of their hats collectively and make some things happen in this second half. One thing's for sure, we've got a good and great second half of this area round of high school football to come between the Glenda Dawson Eagles and the Friendswood Mustangs. And I always know I'm at the best game that one could wish to attend when I've got
Charles,
Pastor Brian Giggy in the
It's
stadium.
always a privilege to be able to come and spend some time with you at halftime and talk a little bit about life in our community. Friday night football has always been lots of fun. I first came to Texas as a pastor in 1981 in the big town of Taylor, and I was a Taylor Duck for a couple of years. And any self-respecting preacher should always find him or herself at the football game on Friday night.
Right.
Sometimes you can do more counseling in the French fry line than you do at the confessional booth on Sunday afternoon. So
I know that's right. I'll tell you what, Pastor Brian Giggy, thank you for joining us, my dear friend, and we will see you again tomorrow.
Well, for the folks that are listening in tonight that may not be listening in tomorrow, have a happy Thanksgiving and a joyful Christmas and Happy New Year.
And the same to you, Pastor Giggy. Hey,
thanks, Charles. Have a good night.
Yes, sir. Charles McCullier along with Gerald Sanchez. Coach Edward Biles will take this time out, and we will come back as the second half kickoff is approaching, and so is the top of the hour, where we'll remind you that this is where you hear CMC High School football on AM 950 KPRC Houston.
Moody National Bank, voted 14 straight years the best bank in Galveston County and in Southeast Texas by readers of the Galveston Daily News. At Moody National Bank, we strive to earn the confidence and trust of our customers by providing superior service with a personal touch and still do business the old-fashioned way with honor and integrity. Moody National Bank has 19 locations in Galveston, Brazoria, and Southeast Harris counties. Online at moodybank.com. Equal housing lender and member FDIC.